Mother tells mermaid tales. Mother tells mermaid tales. Mother tells mermaid tales. Mother tells mermaid tales.
Mermaid Fairy Tale, the youngest in a deep sea. There is a kingdom. The kingdom was named the Mermaid Kingdom. The king of mermaids had 7 beautiful daughters. The king of mermaids loved his 7 children very much. So unfortunately, he did not allow his daughters out of the palace before they were 15 years old, of course. All of that was for the safety of his 7 daughters. Once upon a time, the oldest mermaid was already 15 years old. Of course, all of that was for the safety of his 7 daughters. Once upon a time, the oldest mermaid was already 15 years old. He was also allowed to leave the palace and see the world from the surface of the sea. Wow, what a beautiful world outside, muttered the mermaid. He saw twinkling stars in the sky, the full moon, and city lights. Ships carrying people did not escape his sight after seeing the world outside. The eldest mermaid returned to the palace. He tells all the beauty above sea level. I want to join brother and see the outside world. Whine th. Whine the youngest mermaid. Of course, the eldest mermaid forbade it. His younger brother had to be 15 years old before he was allowed to rise to the surface. In the following years, one by one the mermaids swam to the surface. When they come back, they always bring amazing stories. The youngest mermaid became increasingly eager to join her sisters, but he remembered the rules his father made. He did not dare to disobey and could only be patient. By now, the youngest mermaid was already 15 years old. That means he is allowed to leave the palace. When the mermaid came to the surface, she was very amazed. It turned out that his brothers were right. Outside the palace is very beautiful. The moon is full. There are thousands of stars twinkling in the sky, and the city lights look very beautiful. Suddenly, a ship passed by. It seemed that the ship was carrying a royal entourage that was partying. The mermaid's eyes were fixed on a very handsome man on the boat. Is that the prince's name? Very handsome, said the mermaid. The mermaid didn't think she could be this lucky. Her sisters never told her about the prince, precisely. Now he is seeing the prince directly. The youngest mermaid immediately fell in love with the prince. Since then, every night mermaids swim to the surface. He waited for the royal ship to pass by, only to see his beloved prince.